A young man threw a moldy, rotting corpse into a rooftop water tank, but the downstairs residents were completely unaware, continuing to use the water to wash clothes and cook. They didn't even notice the satin paper in their bowls and continued eating heartily. Little did they know that the water in the tank was severely contaminated, and various tiny viruses were being ingested by the residents. Because the tank was relatively sealed, the corpse began to decompose and smell foul. Strange things then began to happen. One day, a female resident was brushing her teeth as usual when she felt something in her mouth. She gently reached in and pulled out a strand of hair. Disgusted, she immediately confronted the landlady, demanding to know why there was hair in the water. However, the landlady assumed it was the landlady, only wanting to reduce rent, deliberately caused trouble, but Kui Hua insisted that her water was absolutely pure, natural, and pollution-free, having undergone repeated purification. She claimed that other tenants had no problems with their water, implying the hair was simply something Kui Hua had accidentally dropped into her cup. Speechless, Kui Hua turned and went back. That evening, while brushing her teeth, she suddenly started vomiting. This time, she pulled a piece of tripe from her mouth, which puzzled her. She hadn't eaten any tripe, so where did it come from? This made her no longer believe the landlady. Holding a glass of water, she went back to the landlady, looking at the many rotten bits mixed in. Despite this, the landlady remained convinced that her water was fine. To prove it to Kui Hua, she picked up the glass and drank it directly. Seeing this, Kui Hua had no choice but to give up. No sooner had she left than the landlady felt nauseous. Kui Hua still felt there was something wrong with the water, so she went to her neighbor and told her. Huang Mao readily picked up his water glass and chugged it down. Strangely, after drinking it, he pulled a manicured nail out of his mouth. This terrified them, and they suspected there was something wrong with the rooftop water tank. When they went to check, the tank seemed to know someone was coming and opened automatically. Believing there was something dirty inside, they fled in panic. When Kui Hua returned home, after much thought, she refused to believe in ghosts. She went back to the rooftop to check again and found her neighbor Xiao Shuai there too. She assumed he was there to check the water quality. Little did anyone know that Xiao Shuai was the mastermind behind it all. He saw the water in the tap had turned red, and to avoid being discovered, went to the rooftop to retrieve the body. But this scene was witnessed by Kui Hua. She was terrified by what was inside and screamed. Before she could react, Xiao Shuai shoved her inside, pinning her head down, intending to kill her to silence her. In the nick of time, the woman's eyes suddenly opened and pulled her killer down. Despite her struggles, it was futile. Kui Hua also managed to escape. Xiao Shuai drowned in the water tank. When the police arrived and retrieved the two bodies, the residents discovered the scene.